Hi guys, from Pax Europiana again here on this beautiful, very hot Vienna day, and it's also politically a very hot day for me because of these incredible things which are happening in Bosnia today. Is the election reform protest, and I'm absolutely against that election reform. It is not the thing that the High Representative should do with his bond powers. This election reform, which benefits the Croatian interests of one political party, it is not the thing to do. I'm very much against that, and I will protest against it today, and I will release a further video in solidarity with the people of Bosnia, because just we have not invested in Croatia EU and NATO membership, that they basically make then abuse of the power we gave them in EU and NATO, that they basically abuse it to blackmail other countries, because that's basically what's happening. And I'm protesting against that. We should have, of course, minority rights, obviously, and of course there must be constitutional reform in Bosnia, but there's time for that. There's time for that once NATO membership and EU membership is achieved. Now, today, at current status, this is not the time for that. We can wait for what we cannot wait is security and prosperity. So Bosnia needs to be in NATO, the Euro, and Mr. Schmidt, you can use your bond powers to make it very simple and to make it very clear that Bosnia can recognize Kosovo. That's the bond powers here. Use that. It's much better. It makes really a lot of sense. If you're so powerful, the international community gave you these powers, override Dodik's veto against the recognition of Kosovo. Do that. And imprison Dodik for genocide denial. That's very good. But not to these so petty wishes of the Croatians. Yeah? And they have so little contrition for what they have done. I'm very pro-Croatian, you know. I shook the hand of Mr. Tudjman. He was in many ways the father of his nation. I have nothing against his legacy as father of the nation. But you know, we always have to understand that the Croatians were 1 year committing a lot of crimes in Bosnia in their quest for exactly this, what some of my Twitter followers now want to do, this Herceg Bosna. This was ethnic cleansing in Ahmići and other places. 1 year they were loose until Clinton got them back to normality and formed the alliance in Washington. We cannot allow such a construct to develop. No ethnicity-based voting rights in Bosnia. If we do election reform with bond powers, then Austrian election law, or German, or for that sake, for Croatian, whatever. The details can be decided in a due process with all constituents. But what cannot be that just this particular interest of a group, which all of them are already EU citizens, because every Croatian has already citizenship, every Croatian from Bosnia has already Croatian citizenship, I'm sure, every single one of them. And they would live much better, because this is only for Mr. Jovic. What is the advantage he gains? It's very limited. For him personally, he will be in the presidency. But the real advantage for the people of Bosnia is to be in NATO and to have the euro. So if the Croatians would be really concerned for the Bosnian people and of all groups and ethnicities and religions, and for the Croatians, obviously they can be more concerned for them, but they live much better if they join the euro, and if they have the euro and are in NATO and EU candidate status. That must be the priority of a serious approach of the Croatians towards our friends from Bosnia. That makes a lot of sense. Then I applaud Croatia, which I normally always do. But this Croatian kind of tribalism, I call it, that they only care for the interest of their specific group and not of the whole neighbor. I mean, Bosnia goes good. That's very much in the interest of Europe and of Croatia as a part of the European Union. You cannot specifically do things just in that context as you care for. And the other thing about Mostar, it's Livno. You cannot do this divisive policy of Mostar as the capital of Herceg Bosnia. I mean, this is it's impossible. It's outrageous even to try, and it's very, very wrong. Anyhow, I will outline more of it today because of the urgency, and we'll focus on that one later today, and we'll keep you posted as much as possible throughout the day. But I hope you will all go to these demonstrations and we will be able to avoid this negative direction for Bosnia. On the contrary, turn it into a positive thing, and I hope that Bosnia will go into EU and NATO even faster out of this crisis. Thanks a lot, and more to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.